Okay, gonna try to cover the entire Xbox One conference now. I went into full-fledged nerd status and I grabbed a pen and paper and decided to write shit down because I knew if I had to make a video giving my impressions, I was gonna forget most of it. You know what I mean? So I went through, wrote down all the exclusive games. Now, seeing as how the DRM's been covered, the always online, I mean, so many people are talking about it. Xbox didn't really talk about it on the E3, so I'm not gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the games and what they talked about during E3, okay? So let's get started. Huge thing is Metal Gear Solid 5. Now that's also going to be on the PS4, so it's not really that big a deal. What I'm saying it's a huge thing for is because, number one, it's on Xbox, so now it's a multi-platform game. And number two, it looks phenomenal. I cannot believe those graphics. But you know what? When Metal Gear Solid 4 first came out, it was the same thing. You know what I mean? It looked phenomenal compared to everything else out on the system. So Metal Gear Solid 5 is a big deal. If you're a PlayStation fan, I mean, like I said, I guess it's really not that big of a deal. But if you're an Xbox fan, it's a big deal. They talked about the Xbox 360. They took a page out of PlayStation Plus for Xbox Live. You're going to get 2 free games a month, they said. Now, the games this month are Assassin's Creed 2 and Halo 3. Old-ass games, you know, I already own, so no big deal. But it's good that they're moving in that direction. They released a new 360. They modernized it, I guess, another slim, if you will. I mean, I guess it's all right, but they didn't talk about a price cut, so what's the point? A 360 arcade, World of Tanks, waste of time for me. Now, I want you to know, a lot of this stuff is going to be a waste of time, and you already know me. Don't forget about all that Xbox trolling on Exposing Lames, okay? This is Solid Rev. You know me, you know what time it is, you know I ain't no fanboy. World of Tanks looks like crap to me. Uninterested, I don't like vehicular combat. Max, the Case of the Brotherhood, I mean, I guess that's a good arcade platformer, you know, for your kids or whatever. Dark Souls 2, uninterested in Dark Souls 2. The game looks good, but too hard for me. You know what I mean? You know I'm kind of casual when it comes to stuff like that. Now, they talked about 13 exclusives. By the way, State of Decay, I downloaded the demo yesterday. Not feeling it. Especially after playing the demo of The Last of Us like 5 times. You know what I mean? Now I'm looking at cartoon dog shit, I feel like. So, couldn't really get into that. Okay, Rise. Rise looks good. Rise looks real good because of the graphics alone. The gameplay, the quick time events I'm worried about. Now, this game could be really good or it could be really bad. I don't like the quick time events. They need to kind of make it like Assassin's Creed, put in some countering. When you counter, it automatically does the kill. I don't like all that quick time crap. But the game does look good. It's hit or miss. We're going to have to wait and see. But it is on my radar. Killer Instinct. Waste of time for me because I don't watch fighting games. Or I don't play fighting games. I'm sorry. Fighting games are just totally unappealing to me simply because you think I get mad on Call of Duty. Imagine somebody getting me in the corner on a fighting game and spamming the same button again and again and I can't get up. Yeah. Fighting games. And not to mention that that new game just came out. The Gods Among Us. That looks way better than Killer Instinct. Sunset Overdrive, that's from Insomniac. That's one of PS3's developers, or Sony's developers. Sunset Overdrive, to me, looks retarded. Forza 5 looks awesome. Now, I talked about something with the cloud. They're saying it's going to enable them to do a lot better things. That remains to be seen. They're saying that behaviors of the player. Well, you know what? If you watch the press event, you're kind of watching this video just to get my impressions. What they talked about, Forza 5 looks amazing. I'm a Forza fan. And Forza 5 looks really good. Definitely on my radar. Okay, then we took a trip to Disney World and we started talking about a whole bunch of bullshit that I couldn't care about. Even if I was 4 years old, I don't think I would have cared about it. Even my son was complaining. Yeah, I had my son sitting down watching E3 with me. I know I got to watch that kind of crap. They talked about Minecraft. It's like, are we serious? Let me go on record as saying Minecraft to me is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that it's the #1 selling game on Xbox Live Arcade either A, lets you know how many kids are on Xbox, or B, lets you know just how many losers are out there. Just a basement-dwelling, horrible fucking game. Okay, Minecraft is such a joke to me. Go buy some Legos from Walmart and go build them in your basement. You know what I mean? Oh, such a joke. Quantum Break looks retarded. Just like that Two Souls on the PlayStation 4 or 3. I don't know what it's coming out on. I'm about as interested in that as I am in Two Souls. looks irrelevant to me. D4 Cartoon Land bullshit. I could care less about it. Project Spark. That's when I started fast forwarding. I fast forwarded through that. That was the first game I fast forwarded through. They talked about the smart glass Rise interaction. You know what I mean? Smart glass, again, irrelevant to me. It's a gimmick. To me, it's nothing major. The upload studio, the DVR, I'm pretty sure PS4 is going to have the same thing, but this is not a comparison video. I got to stop mentioning that type of stuff. I mean, I guess the DVR is cool. We'll have to wait and see. They talked about Twitch, live viewing of your gameplay. Don't know why I'd care about this. For me, irrelevant. Crimson Dragon, there was no audio. Somehow the True Setting You Free and General Dre found their way into the E3 press conference for Xbox. They were shouting out, Xbox sucks. People were booing. It was actually kind of funny. God, people hate Xbox. Dead Rising 3, bam. That is a must-own. Dead Rising 3 was mad impressive. Now, Dead Rising 2, for me, I never played. You know what I mean? Because Dead Rising 1, I didn't really get into. But Dead Rising 3 looks really good. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay looks real good. And the blood splatter's kind of, arcadey. Wish they could have did a little more realism with it. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. The game looks real good. The Witcher 3. They didn't say anything about that being an exclusive, and I don't think it is. But that looks really good. Battlefield 4. Now, they showed a demo. They said, I guess they got that first month exclusive deal, which really, at the end of the day, isn't a big deal. But Battlefield 4, if that was the actual gameplay for consoles, Call of Duty, your day's done. Because that looked crazy. And I watched some gameplay demos last night for Call of Duty, and it's not that big of a graphical leap. If what they showed, you know how Battlefield's notorious for showing PC footage, but they were acting like it was a demo for the Xbox One. If that's what it looks like on consoles, good night, Call of Duty, because I could care less about you after that. That shit looks amazing. But again, it could be PC footage. Below, garbage, fast forwarded. They talked about Black Tusk Studios and showed no gameplay. Irrelevant. They talked about Halo 5. Don't know. Could be good. They talked about 60 frames per second with dedicated servers. That's awesome. Again, it looks like we're all going towards 60 frames per second here. That's where Call of Duty shines. That's where Call of Duty's fixing to lose its edge. And it looks like Battlefield 4 is in 60 frames per second. Again, if it's on consoles. I know I've said it like 100 times. Highlight of the show. Titanfall. Titanfall was... That shit was insane. I kind of got excited for that, man. Titanfall looks crazy. And from what I'm going to pit that up against Killzone on the PS4. And from where I'm sitting, Titanfall looks like it takes a heaping shit on Killzone 4. All right? And you know damn well I ain't biased and I ain't a fanboy. But that demo, that shit was crazy for real. They talked about a November release at $4.99, which I kind of already figured $4.99 was going to be the price point. Titanfall's not released till next year. Halo 5's not released till next year. Battlefield 4 is going to be a multi-platform game. Witcher 3, I'm pretty sure is going to be a multi-platform game. So let's talk about our highlights, shall we? With launch, I guess you're going to get Rise. Again, that's going to depend on the quick timing if they clean up the gameplay. Forza 5 and Dead Rising 3. Those are really the only exclusives they're going to be out at launch. So, as of right now, the Xbox One is a bust come launch. Once Titanfall comes out and Halo, I don't even know if it's part 5, but once those two come out, it might be a different story. But this sealed the fate for the launch window. Definitely not going to get the Xbox One on launch. There's just not enough content driving it for a launch title or for a launch purchase. But those are my highlights. The new Halo, Metal Gear Solid 5, Rise, Forza 5, Dead Rising 3, Witcher 3, Battlefield 4, but again, multi-platform, and Titanfall stole the show, baby. If you ain't seen Titanfall gameplay, check that shit out. Holla at me. Let me know what you think. Okay, sorry about the long video, but I had to cover everything. That's why I wrote shit down. Let me know what you think. What was your thoughts on the conference? Forget about all this crap about DRM and shit like that, okay? We've seen that. There's videos for that. Let me know what you thought about the games, okay? I'll holler at you. Oh, by the way, Sony conference is tonight. I work for the next 2 days, and I work long-ass shifts. So my son's birthday is coming up. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to it, but rest assured, I will make a video on the Sony conference. After I see it, I'm going to find a way to watch it. Spike TV's not covering it. I'll probably catch it on IGN or something like that. I'll holler at you guys.